Welcome to Compassion's Morning Meditation. I am Elder Tracy Wilson, and today's message comes from the Gospel of St. Mark, chapter 10, verse 27, which reads, Jesus looked at them intently and said, Humanly speaking, it is impossible, but not with God. Everything is possible with God. Today, I would like you to think on this. God can. Here you will find Jesus providing counsel to the rich young ruler who wanted to know what he needed to do to inherit eternal life. This man allowed Jesus to know that he was already living a life in obedience to the 10 Commandments. But Jesus looked at him, and Jesus saw him. Jesus was able to identify exactly what it was that was a hindrance, and he gave him some instructions. However, the young ruler was not willing to be obedient to those instructions and walked away feeling like Jesus was asking too much of him. For this man, the hindrance was his riches. I don't know what may hinder you, but I do know that God sees you too, and he knows what hinders you. He knows that there are many worldly pleasures, many challenges, and many difficulties that stand in the way of you and eternal life. But if you follow his instructions and do not walk away like the young ruler, considering it too much to be asked of you, God can. God can change your way of thinking and give you a new perspective on life. God can pull you out of the horrible pits and the miry clay, and he can place your feet on a rock to stay. God can help you to take your focus off of temporal things that won't last anyway and build your hope on things eternal. God can heal you. Just think on the woman with the issue of blood who exhausted everything, including her money, with no change in her circumstances until she too realized God can. God can give you the strategies and the tools to slay every giant that tries to defeat you. God can give you the wisdom and the knowledge of how to cast down everything that exalts itself. God can give you the power and the authority to speak to every raging storm in your life, even when the currents and the winds seem so fierce. God can take what is meant for your evil and use it for your good. God can do whatever needs to be done in your life. As a matter of fact, he can do exceedingly abundantly above anything that we could ask or think. God does not want anyone to be lost. So follow his instructions and be encouraged, knowing God can. For with man, things are impossible, but not with God. Nothing is impossible for God. Thank you so much for tuning in. I pray you were blessed. We are here every Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m.